Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Western Electric 302 rotary desk telephone. This is Chris's equipment from Connecticut. And there is a note here with a telephone. Basically, they just want to be able to use a telephone and they want it in working condition again. And it has the metal body. And so this would be a pre-war telephone, most likely, because the metal bodies were before the war, and then they needed the metal for the war, and they came out with other types of plastic covers. So this is the one that is sought after. And since this is the initial checkout, we want to kind of give you a look at the telephone. Now, we have a cloth line cord, and someone has tried to install a modular plug, a more modern situation. And so we also have a cloth handset cord. Now, we want to try to save them. If they're in good condition, we'll troubleshoot them. We'll try to save them because it looks like they've been with the telephone for quite a while, and so that would be nice to save them if we can. And we want to give you a look at the handset. This telephone is in good condition for its age. Now, we have a receiver capsule, and we're going to clean all the contacts. We're going to troubleshoot that, make sure that the receiver capsule is good. We'll pull that out, give you a look at that. We also need to check the transmitter because we kind of looked over this telephone earlier and we know that there is no F1. It's missing. We want to clean up all these connections if our handset wire is good, clean all of our connections and get an F1 transmitter back into this telephone. Now we have the cover loose, but we also want to dial the rotary a little bit. It seems to be returning pretty well, but it's definitely going to need to be cleaned, oiled, and adjusted. It does feel just a little bit sluggish. We have our original cover here for our dial center ring, and then we have a plain white card. And the telephone's been like that for a long time, so I'm sure if Chris wants to change the logo or leave it like it was, then we'll let him do that. So we also want to give you a look at the inside of this telephone. We have our rotary here, and like we mentioned earlier, we'll go through that rotary. We also want to go through our hook switch. We want to make sure that that's cleaned and working properly. And we'll go through the network here. We definitely want to make sure that the network is good. Find out what the issue is with the bell. We'll take care of that. It's loose. Now, we've troubleshooted this telephone a little earlier, some of it, and we know that the bell is not ringing. And when you plug the cord in, we're not getting anything to the telephone. So we know that there's some issues here. So everything here is going to have to be gone through. Give you a little closer look at everything. We want to go ahead and get a start on this Western Electric 302 rotary desk telephone, and we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we're in the middle of the process of repairing this Western Electric 302 rotary desk telephone, and we're going to show you a little bit about what's going on. Now, we have the original line cord here, but we have a bunch of pieces and parts to the cord. The cord is actually conductive. It would work if you wanted to splice everything back together again. And this is the way it came in. There was a lot of pieces and parts to it that had been spliced. This was over at the network. And so these are no use to us. This was at the end of the cord. And the cord is conductive, but it's brittle. And in some places it bends, and then in other places it's very brittle. So the cord would not last very long. So we're just going to go ahead and we replaced it. We have our cord here, that's our line cord, a cloth cord. That's been installed. We've also cleaned, oiled, and adjusted our rotary, our hook switch. We rewired the network the way we want it wired to work the way we want it to work. It was wired improperly. We also installed a transmitter, an F1. Now you're going to see our pickup here that's taped to the receiver. We use that in troubleshooting, repairing, and on our final checkouts. And it's so that you can hear the audio from a receiver on our checkouts or when we're working on the telephones. So what we want to do is we want to show you we have a bell issue. Now everything else has basically been taken care of, and now we need to repair the bell issue. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug the line cord in, and I'm going to go ahead and I have a button on my amplifier, and that will pick up the dial tone. So we'll go ahead and plug it in. It seized the analyzer and will give you dial tone. So now what we want to do is we want to hang the telephone up, and we want to send a ring cycle with the analyzer to ring the unit like you were getting a call. So we'll go ahead and send that ring cycle. Every time you see that red light go by on the analyzer, that's an indication of a ring cycle. The telephone should be ringing now. Here comes another ring cycle. And we'll let that go one more time. And we'll go ahead and give you some dial tone. Hang up. Go ahead and send a ring cycle. Telephone should be ringing. And we'll go ahead and give you some dial tone. And I have a button back here. I can go ahead and turn the amplifier on anytime I want. So I could give you some dial tone right now, or I can take it away. So what we need to do is go in and repair the bell. And we want to look at that circuit and find out what's going on. And we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair of this Western Electric 302 rotary desk telephone, and we're ready to start our final checkout. So what we want to do is go ahead and use the analyzer and send the unit a ring cycle. Now the bell circuit was repaired and the bells were adjusted. So let's go ahead and send a ring cycle. We'll let that go a few times. We'll let it go one more time and we'll give you some dial tone. We want to walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you can watch the numbers roll by. We have a nice smooth return on the rotary. I'm going to end in a 2. Now I want to transmit into the handset. If you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light light up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that this unit is ringing in on a ring cycle. It's dialing out. It has transmit and receive. We can go ahead and push this button on the switch box. That gives us a line out, totally takes the analyzer out of the situation, and we can call a time and temp number. So we'll go ahead and give you some dial tone, and we'll call that number.
Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, November 24th. The time is 5:43. Current temperature at 55 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area.
Partly cloudy today and tonight, highs in the lower 60s, lows around 40. Partly cloudy Wednesday, then becoming mostly cloudy, highs around 60.
Now that we know that this really cool Western Electric 302 rotary desk telephone has been repaired, we can return it to Chris, and he can enjoy this telephone now. I'm sure it's going to look great no matter where it's installed. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.